them really take poor people for fool. Oh, it's a Babylon. Where you get that system you're from? Bulldozer down poor people land. John knows some in a vote again, no sir. The MP don't give a damn. Where you get that system you're from?
Alright, that one is called Poor People Land by Vybz Kartel. Welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. Listen, I'm about to play you, right, about 12 to 13 minutes of an interview that I think is very, very intricate to the whole case of Vybz Kartel murder trial, conviction, and now his appeal hearing. Alright, and this hinges on his freedom. Now remember, I know we not say anything about the other brothers them involved with Sean Storm and Kahir Jones and the others, but what we're saying is Kartel is the target and they will fling away anybody they want to along with him because they are getting their target. Anyways, I want you to pay attention to this and then I'm going to say something after. This is going to be a long video. Go roll up a spliff, go fix a drink, go do something and listen carefully from beginning to end. Clear your mind, no preconceptions, just listen from beginning to end. And remember, this was 7 years ago. So yes, if you know were 20, 21, 22, 23 years old today, you were a youngin back then that probably didn't even understand what going on. See it ya. Listen carefully.
But right now, I'm tired to play this disappearing trick. So I'm going to just go and just roll out the red carpet. That means anything they want to do, they can just come and do then.
What do you mean, roll out the red carpet?
Just because I know they're going to come, so I'm not going to go anywhere because I'm expecting them.
So you're going to be in Montego Bay?
In Montego Bay tomorrow. So I'm just
where in Montego Bay is the show?
Caribbean. I think it's Caribbean. It's a beach. I don't even remember the name of the beach.
And you're putting on that one?
No, it's my manager because I have a business partner which is Corita, and I have a manager from Chilani. He's the one that was in negotiation with Mr. Leng.
So I get the feeling now you are frustrated.
I'm frustrated, and right now, to tell you the honest truth, Mr. Hughes, if right now my concern over about my life and about my freedom, because probably by now and next week you can't hear anything to Vybz Kartel, whether I just suddenly become a person of interest again or something happened to Vybz Kartel, because I don't really like the direction which is where this is heading, because the workers at the building saying some police making some remark like, anyway Kartel them are going to mash it up, and you know what I mean, and this thing is hurting my livelihood. You know what I mean, and nothing like this was happening from the year start, so I don't know how it start happening now after this thing with the promotion of Sting. And I decided not to do the show.
But you fear for your life?
Yeah, because Mr. Hughes, I have to remember, this is Jamaica, So regardless of what, certain people in certain sections of society who don't live the real Jamaican life, I might look upon things naively. Me come from the garrison, the ghetto, and me know how things run in Jamaica. Because if a man can have the powers to manipulate certain people to come raid club and do what them feel like, and when I say this, I still say, I can't put my head on the block, certain say, the commissioner and certain high-ranking police don't know about these things. You know what I mean? Because there's no way we can live in our country where run like this. So, right now, I'm not care.
So listening to you, your suspicions are that Leng, being a former policeman, is somehow
pulling strings.
Where?
All over the place. I mean, I hold on my mouth and talk. Because Jamaica this, and everybody know we are going in the streets. Because it's something we are talking in the streets too. It's not nothing we are hide, you know what I mean? So, and the people, they must say, oh, him Leng for low Kartel and whatever. Because people know what is happening. Even on the night when they raid Boxing Night, people was talking about Leng this, Leng that, shouting in unison. Gaza, Leng this, Leng body. You know what I mean? Disrespecting him and saying, Leng do it. Because, as I said before, this is Jamaica. Me know enough police. Me might not know a big high-ranking police, but me's an entertainer. So me I know enough police, and people been talking, as I said before. Him even tell my manager, say, me can't fight the state. Me never know say state I keep show. You know what I mean? And me have no intention of fighting the state.
The state keep Grand Gala.
Alright, and he's not a Gala artist. He's a Gaza artist. So, it puzzles.
So you're appealing to the commissioner?
Yeah.
To do what?
To find out what really going on, why Vybz Kartel come under so much pressure since me decide I'm not doing Sting. Why everywhere Vybz Kartel is being raided and the people that come out to see me is being disrespected. You know what I mean? If you have something against Vybz Kartel, send for Vybz Kartel then, because he's a public figure, I can't hide. You know
As they have done in the past.
As they have done in the past. And I go through the same process, and I come out a free man same way. You know what I mean? As even is the case of the recent state of emergency where Kartel was detained as a person of interest. I am the only person that was detained that never get a charge, even after the state of emergency done. I actually came out before it even finished. You know what I mean? So, and as I said before, I don't think the commissioner and the top ranking police who's investigating anything of substance have anything against Vybz Kartel. It's just a man that try using powers and pull a few strings here and there.
And you believe that is deliberately being done by Leng?
I believe that to my heart. Even if it costs me my life, because one time I can't dead 2 times.
You keep on saying about your life.
Because me's a man concerned about my life and about my freedom. I don't like the direction of this thing is heading. People have said anything with Vybz Kartel involved in about mash up. Right, me, you know, to feed my kids them too. That's why I take it to the public, you know. Because I was on Raga Shanti show a few days ago. And now I come to Cliff Views because as the name suggests, more the nation figure we are going. Yes, straight up.
We will be putting it to the members of the police high command, and you can assure us that you have the necessary permits and the authority to put on these.
I have the permits, man. Even the show in Mobile, because it's my manager keeping the show, and he spend a lot of money because Jackie is on the show. But I was artist, Barrington Leave. It's just like a big annual event that is being kept here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And Vybz Kartel is on the show, and we've been hearing that they're gonna come down there and what they're gonna do and whatever. So, as I said before, I ain't going nowhere, I'll be there, so anything you would hear further on.
How are you personally though? The last time I interviewed you for Impact was a year ago, just over a year ago.
Yeah.
And how are you?
There, I know Mr. Hughes just looking cooler, you know.
You're not looking cooler. You look like a brown man.
I tell you.
So how did that happen?
Well, I don't know, we just change up the image because you know Vybz Kartel always reinvented himself. We come under a lot of flack for recent image changes, people say bleaching and whatnot, but you know everything Vybz Kartel do where my image is concerned and my music, we do it deliberately. So, you know what I mean, it's just the style and it make we tattoo them look bright and the girls them love it, so, you know what I mean?
But Vybz, a young, intelligent, conscious, African origin, original man.
True.
Why would you want to make you look browner? Looking at you, I was shocked. This was not the man I saw here.
No, we share the same skin tone the last interview.
And I'm looking better.
Yeah. Bigger tone and fatter. Yeah. But it's not nothing to do with disowning with blackness or disowning with Africanism. You know what I mean? As I said before, it's just Vybz Kartel is an entertainer. So just as how I put on braces, I didn't put on braces for any medical reason. I put on braces because of style. Because we change the style. That is how Vybz Kartel do. We put
all part of the showbiz.
Yeah, we just put on some tattoo and we want the tattoo to highlight. So we just lighten the skin, that's the tattoo show. And it's just a style for Vybz Kartel.
The tattoos or style are a part of your what I say, your cult.
No, it's not a cult, you know, because if you notice, all the tattoos have a meaning. This one on the palm is Shadi. This is Jaim, which is my son. One up here is Raim, my another son. Then over here we have my mother name on the right arm. Shaim, which is my next son. I have a tattoo on the heart mark, love is pain. And we have the elements on my neck like the sun, the moon and the star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You sure it's not part of the cult that they say
you're a cult, man.
You're a cultist.
No, I'm not a cultist, man. You know what I mean? And I'm not a religious person, but I'm a spiritual person.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I said in past interviews, my world travel show me that religion, if it is anything, it would be more of a division thing.
I know you're a man who reads. And
a lot.
You saw the front page of the Gleaner yesterday.
Yeah.
Rub it out.
You rub it out, the Ministry of Health.
Yes. Saying that what you're doing is dangerous.
Yes, that's what they said. And my quote was that I'm not denying or confirming what they said. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that is the Ministry of Health, and I know they have done their survey, but I have not done mine. But what I can say is, in a free society, people can do whatever they want to do as long as it is within the confines of the law, as long as it's not illegal. And That is just
But you're no ordinary citizen.
True.
When you now say this is all due to cake soap,
Yeah.
and you're going to bring onto the market a brand of cake soap,
Yeah.
what you're doing, you know fully well the thousands of people who listen to you and want to be like you.
True.
They're going to buy that cake soap, and if they can't get brown as how you are, they are going to go for the bleaching, which is dangerous, and that is what the Ministry of Health is saying.
Yeah, I fully understand, but then again, my question to the ministry is, or my suggestion to the ministry is, when you're going to do things like that, you have to just go right across the board, meaning that it is a known fact that cigarette is the leading cause of lung cancer, so you should just ban cigarette also, you know what I mean, straight up.
But you don't want them to ban for the same principle that you espoused earlier. You should have an individual choice to choose. They can't go and ban cigarette. What they have to do is to warn that smoking is dangerous to your health, as they do.
Well, as long as they're doing that with the cake, quote unquote, cake soap, I'm fine with that, because what I'm saying.
But it's not about cake soap alone for you.
No, it's not about cake soap for Vybz Kartel. And as I said before, Vybz Kartel is an artist, and people will say I lead by example. But what I'm saying, and I tell people in all my interviews, Vybz Kartel is a person that always is changing his image, changing his look. So probably next year you can see Vybz Kartel with a different completely look.
Yeah.
Next year you might see me blacker than you, and I have some tall locks that touch my foot. You know what I mean? Because Vybz Kartel is just that person. I'm a person where people can just expect the unexpected from Vybz Kartel.
I remember the last time I interviewed you, you were very serious about your role as a father.
Yeah.
How do you reconcile those mixed messages to your sons and daughters?
Well, with my kids, it is easier than a normal child out there that doesn't know Adija Palmer, because my child sees Vybz Kartel, the father, in the house, and knows that he has to adhere to the rules and regulations that a father should
Your son
instill.
don't ask you what's happening to your daddy? How are you getting so brown?
No, I know. Tell you the honest truth, no, I know. Because me and my son really don't have a discussion like that. My son and I, we discuss fatherly and son things just as my father and I did, like, you do your homework, come out for the road.
Yeah.
Brush your teeth. Those regular father things. We don't really go that deep, because remember, they're not that old too,
Okay.
The oldest one is 7 years old.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And they go to school, and I just treat them as fatherly as possible. We drop them off at school, pick them up sometime.
But how you deal with the burdens of being a star? The pressure.
It's hard, May I tell you, right now I can't ever put on no weight. Because if it's not one thing, it's the next. That's
Why
what I'm trying to say.
You're man.
Yeah, because that music thing is stressful. Right now, everybody don't on Vybz Kartel. The artist, every artist that sing about Vybz Kartel right now. Forget a hype.
But you generate a lot of that, though, You seem to go by it.
Yeah, but what?
Yourself
No, they are the ones that is giving Vybz Kartel the energy and the power. Because listen, I sing about myself. Shawty catch me last night. Me sing about cake soap, me sing about jumping at the Benz. So I sing songs about myself, right? And then now, you know that song, The Love, yeah. So I sing songs about myself, and then now the other artists are singing songs about me.
Yes.
So it's more power to Vybz Kartel. That's why the only new artist that is sensationalizing Jamaica is Appeal, because he's the only artist that is singing about himself, like what Vybz Kartel is doing. You know what I mean? So the other artists singing about me, they're only giving me more power.
I hear you. All right, take care of yourself and be careful.
I will. So, I implore Jamaicans again, if you don't see nothing happen to me, you don't know where to come from. So, that's all Vybz Kartel have to say.
All right. Thanks much.
Oh.
Alright, so if you don't remember the official or original trial of Vybz Kartel, right? His lawyers back then, Tom Tavares Finson and his team, stated that the police had a thing against Vybz Kartel, right? And people were saying, no boy, you're a regular criminal, you come from the ghetto, from the garrison. Police don't have nothing against you. No, police need to curtail and lock up, right? Let me show you something. Bias shown by National Security, Peter Bunting, and by the Commissioner of Police, Owen Ellington, in unison. Now, when you are an artist that has, or a person that has the National Security Minister, holding hands with the Commissioner of Police against you, that is a serious thing. You stand no chance of survival, especially in a country like Jamaica. Now, people are saying, what the hell is SouFLoTV talking about? Okay, in the most recent trial, or the one before, Vybz Kartel said that, what's his name? The National Security Minister took his music and his image, brought it to the United States of America, and told their security forces that this is the entity right here, the individual that's causing all the ruckus, the one that's endorsing scamming, the one that's tearing down our system through his music and all these other things. That is hefty. So for your lawyer to stand in court now and say that the police had something against my client, they're not lying. They told the truth. That is exactly what it was. Does anybody remember what the Commissioner of Police, Owen Ellington, said? He said that Vybz Kartel is the leader of a gang, quote unquote, that is responsible for hundreds of murders across the island. How can anybody ignore that today and still think that this man had a fair trial? The police commissioner at the time, Owen Ellington, and the national security minister. Come on now. If you don't see the play in this, you're dumb as a box of rocks. Some people say, yo, SouFlo, me know said, dunce are your latest word. Yes, it is. And if you don't see the play in what I just said, you're dunce as hell. Now, who can forget Isaiah Leng? Who can forget Isaiah Leng? Pretty much the owner of the biggest one-night show on the face of the earth, Sting. Sting made millions and hundreds of millions of dollars for Isaiah Leng. And can you imagine stepping on the toe of someone that's making hundreds of millions of dollars and locking that hundreds of millions of dollars off to where him no make a penny no more? He is going to come for you with everything he has in his power. And me not afraid to talk it. That's what happened to Kartel, or one of the things that happened to him. It's a conglomerate of conspiracy that actually got him to where he's at today. But let's address Sting and Leng. Listen to this interview, and if you missed it, listen again keenly. It's hard to ask people to listen with no bias, because most people are biased as hell and call other people biased even though they are even more biased. Confusing. One big circle, isn't it? Who can forget Leng? Top police officer, become big promoter for the biggest stage show in Jamaica for dancehall reggae music, and the biggest artist crush that stage show. Do we have a Sting today? No. Go and do your own research, SouFLoTV audience, and figure out how long Sting has been around. The owner of Sting, the frontman, Leng, has been making so much money off of Sting for decades. Okay? 20-something years. Or am I wrong? Is it 30-something years? I think at 20-something years. But anyway, with one move from Vybz Kartel, no, I will not perform there anymore. Him shut down the whole Sting. Again, I'm going to ask you, is Sting still around today? No, it's not. And when Sting died, because Kartel said no, they had to come get him. This interview you just listened to, he cried out to the media at the time, begging for help and telling them that I know they're coming. I know they're coming. Them either go frame me or them go kill me. Either way, I want the public to know the truth. What's sad is that majority of Jamaica's population under the spell of crab in a barrel. Heal Marcus Mosiah Gavi. Majority of Jamaica's society, as far as the population goes, crab in a barrel spell. We rejoice in the downfall of our brothers and sisters. We don't want to be a part of their expansion, a part of their growth, a part of their success. We pretend we're happy when they're being successful, but secretly we plot in our minds, God, me just want to see him fail. Me just want to see her pop down so me can laugh about it and joke about it and talk about the times when I thought you were so hype. That's the wickedness among our people, which has allowed so many to actually overlook a simple interview like this. You understand? A simple interview like this. Big up to Mr. Cliff Hughes. This interview was done years ago, almost a decade now. And Vybz Kartel sits where he sits, and he told us what was gonna happen. You know what's funny? Ninja Man told us the same thing years after. Ninja Man told us, yeah, my wife is in the background saying facts. Ninja Man told us the same thing after they played Ninja Man like a clown. After they had him doing shows where they wanted him, when they wanted him, speaking in front of whatever audience they wanted him, performing like a puppet for police, commissioner and friends and all this, and then them dash him away as soon as he mentioned certain names and said certain things. The eerie and scary fact is Ninja Man said pretty much exactly the same thing that Vybz Kartel said. I'll never forget it. Right now you can't look for anything going in my case, you know. That one little line right there. But because Jamaican people so hateful towards each other, so grudgeful, so red eye, so bad mind, we will suffer. And those of us that are stars that shine the brightest among our people, we can look forward to the rest of the crabs in the barrel reaching up to drag us the down. You hear me? Did you know that the Ministry of Health in Jamaica was against Vybz Kartel? The minute Vybz Kartel put out the cake soap thing, the Ministry of Health come on and started protesting against it. Now, mind you, this is the same Ministry of Health that is not protesting against food being imported into the country, and the food, you have chicken and chicken back. When I heard that Jamaica was importing oxtail and importing chicken back, Mr. Jamaica gone to a new law. So here's the Ministry of Health fighting against Vybz Kartel, come out on a public platform protesting about him cake soap thing. Do you know how dangerous bleaching of the skin is? Rascal, do you know how dangerous those foods that are coming from overseas is? Eh? You don't see how the people them act now. You don't see how the little picnic them a kill off each other from them reach 15, 16, them a lock a gun and call themselves done. Huh? Yo, this is way serious than the average timid, unintelligent mind can even begin to grasp. They used to say, and then, so let me break it down for you. You have National Security Minister after you. You have Police Commissioner after you. You have, what name? You have, oh God, let's not forget the church. You had the church that was after Vybz Kartel. The church actually put out that his tattoos are devil worshipping and he is a leader of a cult. And you do this around his trial time in a country that is in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most churches and the most religious in the world. Come on now. So you expect this man to actually have gotten a fair trial? Yes? The church was against him. He was a threat to the church. The political system, JLP, PNP was against him. Kartel come out and tell the people them said, don't vote again. No vote no more. Because JLP no mean you no good and PNP no mean you no better. At a time when he was at the top of his stardom. How dare you? How dare you? You have to be punished. Worse, him start call out big people name. Did you listen to the song that I played in the beginning of this video? Oh, Mr. Babylon, where you get that system you from? That he called out one of the most powerful names in Jamaica, Matalan. He was trying to find out where the hell Matalan get the power to earn or own so much land in Jamaica. How dare you? Who are you, little ghetto boy? Little garrison youth? Eh? You make little money, you fly in a Beamer or a Benz. You wear some nice clothes and girl upon you, some little poor girl upon you, and you feel like you've arrived, and you start dissing the upper of the uppers. Another classic case of the 48 laws of power. But I'm telling you, you need to pay attention to what is going on. If I'm talking for too long right now and you don't understand what's going on, stop it. Stop this video right now. Go back to the beginning of the video. Remember Ninja Man. Remember Vybz Kartel. Rewind and listen to this interview again. Try to clear your mind and listen open-mindedly with no bias. Alright? Alright, so somebody linked me and them say, yo, SouFlo, how come when time Vybz Kartel defense team was making their case, you cover it every day with a video, but when the prosecution started to make their case, we can't hear from you? That's somebody that's slow. And this is what I'm talking about, that my people are lacking. I remember one time in Jamaica where we were prideful and proud about being intelligent. Now it seemed like dumb, dunce, and stupid is the in thing to be. If anybody watch SouFLoTV and watch any video that I do, you will realize that I argue everything, every point from one side, next side, other side, and other side. You know what I'm saying? Like every story has 3 points to it. Yours, his, and the truth. That's how I approach everything. So if you've ever listened to any of the videos that I did while the appeal was going on, the appeal hearing was going on, you will see that I actually put on the shoes of the prosecution. Then I put on the shoes and sat in the chair of the defense. And I played devil's advocate and I argued from all angles. Okay? Now, witness lied on the stand is what's coming to light. There was metadata for the text message and the voice notes that them claim say, listen, chop up, fine. The prosecution claim versus metadata. Do I need to say more? The prosecution claim, people claiming versus metadata. Do I need to say more? The video dispute, and I've said before, and people are saying, how come nobody never call over anybody from the US, experts? How come nobody didn't call over forensic experts for the house before Jamaica justice system and law enforcement decided to bulldoze the house that they claimed a bludgeoning, beating, blood should have been everywhere in there, and no matter how much blood clean could not have cleaned up that in 2018 with the kind of technology we have to detect that type of thing happened in that building. You know why them bulldoze the house? Them bulldoze the Ross house because them know say nothing never in there. So they want us to take their word for it instead of solid evidence. Anyways, I'm gonna cut this video short, people. Like, comment, share, subscribe, leave your comment in the comment section below. This ain't about liking Kartel cause he's an artist. This is about being someone that's about justice, being someone that's about truth, being someone that's about facts. This is about being a Jamaican that's intelligent because no dunce no grow me. This is about some Jamaican youth that grow up to realize that the system that we live under in Jamaica is set a certain way. It benefits those of the upper echelon. And yes, it's true, me no come from the upper echelon. I never born with no gold spoon in my mouth. I honestly and truly believe that this right here can someday come back to be me or my children or my family members, whether close or far, sitting in that same position, being executed, framed up, set up, because they've gotten too big and too powerful for their bridges, and the powers that be just don't like it because they're not willing to be a puppet to the system. Hear me out, man. It's SouFLoTV. Like, comment, share, subscribe, leave your comment in the comment section below. We don't harbor no dunce over here, and we don't promote stupidity. Alright? I'm out. Peace.
Be merciful to me, oh child. Be merciful to me for my
Them mommy, you go in a this cemetery. But anyway, me go my Bible the daily. It told me like a mother and a little baby. But also last year, he blessing protect me. Them mommy go prison now in a jailhouse. But anyway, me go my Bible.